What's going on, guys? No guys here. Welcome back to another video. A time shooting tutorial. Everything is going to be explained in depth. How to always hit a green time shot, even in delay or when it's lagging. How to basically never miss a green time shot, and the basic no loss efficiency point from which I discovered last year, and essentially hit the ball with zero risk of you getting penalized, and why you should still use time shooting even though finishing in general untimed has been improved. And basically not only that, but the most efficient way and how to combine it with certain things like setup touch, which are videos on my channel explaining how to use setup touch. But if you combine a setup touch with a timed shot, it makes an amazing shot which increases the accuracy even more and makes a really powerful shot. Now firstly, the first thing you need to realize is that time shooting has changed now. FIFA 20, the window's been reduced from 2.4 frames to 2. Now what that means is shooting is basically the window to hitting a green time shot is basically reduced in half, as you probably saw on the screen. Now what that means is it's hard to hit a time shot in FIFA 20 now, but that actually is a better thing. I'll explain to you why. Because essentially not everyone's going to be using green time shots, and not everyone's going to be finding the correct angles to use. Because don't forget, maybe now you might think, oh, finishing is OP, but I guarantee you in October time, the pros, the top players, the elite players are going to find certain angles, near post angles, outside the box, where a green time shot will go in. So that's why you still want to learn it. Okay, so the truth is you're probably learning time shooting the wrong way. If you follow me since last year, you probably know the efficiency point. It's basically the same thing. No other video explained it, so I thought I'll explain it again in depth, even though it's a bit more common now. Now, you're probably going to say to me again, as I said, why should I still use it? Now, you see, the problem is green time shots. Now, I've tested this myself. Not only does it improve the shot from outside the box, let's say a green time shot outside the box, but it also makes the shot more accurate, especially if the player moves the goalkeeper. A green time shot most times will always go in, even if the player does move the goalkeeper. And secondly, as I explained earlier, there'll be certain angles, not now, but I guarantee in October there'll be a new angle where people will go near post and shoot a green time shot, and it'll only go in if you hit it green. So that's why you still want to use green time, especially if you want to go to reach the higher levels, gold 1 plus, you still want to definitely keep using time shooting. So as you probably know, just make sure you have time shooting on. Double check that in the settings. As you probably know, there's red, yellow, green and grey. Red being way too early, probably going to miss, I would say, 70% of your 75% of your shots. Then you have yellow, which is early, which is you're still going to miss some shots. So I would say you're going to hit 75% of all your shots. Green, where it's basically a boost, I would say about 150%. And grey, which is a normal shot, 100%. Now what do I mean by those mathematical figures? What I'm trying to say is that a normal shot is 100%. A green gives you a boost, but yellow and red are worse off. Yes, they make that clear. Yellow is worse than a grey or an untimed shot. I'll explain to you why. I've done testing myself. Last year when they changed time shooting, they're very smart. Before, yellow used or hitting the shot early used to give you a boost. Now it doesn't. Now you actually get penalized. Like if you realize that you've done a low driven, you hit it yellow, like hang on, why is this going off target? It's because they patched it, but they never say anything about it. The best way to obviously hit time shooting is the same way I taught you last year. As you can see right now, is looking at the player model and animation. Now obviously looking at the feet is the most important. Don't forget the time shooting bar will not be there in FUT Champs or Rivals. So you're going to have to get used to looking at the feet. So the key thing is you want to look at the foot, which is obviously hitting the ball. Now this is the best way of kind of hitting the ball, is you need to understand the efficient point of the no loss window. As you can see on the screen, the most efficient point, the no loss window, or essentially the later the better, is the point at which when you hit it either at this point, as you can see on the screen, there's only going to be two outcomes. Only two outcomes can happen. Either A, you're going to hit a late shot, or B, you're going to hit a green time shot. Now why this is very important, now we know when the servers come out and online comes, there's going to be delay. There's no doubt about that. And sometimes even when you're in a box, people start panicking when you're playing the game and you keep spamming the shoot button. I know you probably do that, don't lie. Now the truth is, everyone does it. Pro players sometimes panic, even the average player panics. Much more obviously than a pro player, but the point is, by hitting it at this point, you're only going to hit it green or grey. Now, instead of looking, so when a player elevates his foot to the highest point and he's about to hit the ball, that's when the green window essentially starts. That's when the window starts. Now the key is you don't want to hit it at that point. you want to hit it as late as possible. So you see where the player makes contact with the ball, you want to hit it at that point. So as soon as the player is actually, his foot is basically just next to the ball, is when you want to hit a green time shot, or you want to press the shoot button again. Now you're probably going to say to me, well, why am I doing it so late? Well, you see, if you hit a grey shot, it becomes a regular shot. Now, the more and more you, like if you watch this video and then you go and try in a demo or the game or whatever, and you try to hit a green time shot, you're probably going to hit a lot of these grey. Now this is perfect. This is what you want to do. Naturally, you want to condition your brain to hit it as late as possible, and then naturally you'll start reducing the window from hitting it late to hitting it green and late. Once you get to that point, that's the most efficient point. You won't get penalized. You see, if you hit it yellow, you're going to get penalized. That way, you're either going to hit it green, which is be a boosted shot, or you're going to hit it grey, which is going to be a regular shot, and you won't get penalized anyway. Especially when it's lagging. Let's not get it confused now. Lag is a very big thing, and time shooting no way and no doubt affects it. Now, obviously, by doing it in this method, you're never going to miss. So that's why you want to aim at keeping the feet, hitting it when the foot is about to touch the ball. And eventually, over time, naturally, you're going to condition yourself to hit it late. But then after that, you will naturally start hitting it more and more green, because your brain will start to figure out, hang on, I'm always hitting it late. Let me just hit it a tiny bit earlier and a tiny bit more earlier. And incrementally, you'll start reducing that window. And then you'll come to a point where you're either going to hit it green or you're going to hit it grey. And that's the optimum point. Now, as you can see on the screen, there's a rough graph just explaining you. As you can see, if you hit it yellow, this is the figures that I assign. These are not the official figures, but a yellow time shot is 75% of a normal shot, so there's no point hitting it at that point. Now, as I said, people are going to discover angles. There is no doubt about that. I can guarantee you. Last year was the same thing. Do you remember in January when they released a patch? I think people discovered the new low-driven green time shots from certain angles, especially in the pro scene. A lot of people were doing it near post. People are going to discover those angles, and the worst thing you want is to come October time, you haven't learned time shooting, and you're going to be like, it's too late to learn it. Now, if you combine this with a setup touch, it creates an even more powerful shot, a very, very OP shot. Now, how this works is setup touch. I've got a tutorial on my channel, but if you do a setup touch and you combine a time shot and you hit it green, you get this, you can almost say whirlwind type shot. It's so OP, you can't even save it. Now, of course, you can still miss. But generally speaking, if you're clear and you're on your strong foot and you hit the green time shot with a setup touch, 9.99 times out of 10, it's going to go in. It becomes a very OP shot, increases the accuracy and it increases the power. The key is to use this with finesse shots. Finesse shots combined with, for example, the setup touch and of course you hitting a green time shot makes it so OP. Now, setup touch is something a bit different, but you can also alternatively use a setup touch and a shot. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a bit of a delay, obviously, because the setup touch takes a long time to do. It's an animation. But if you really can't hit a time shot and you're really struggling, try to use a setup touch. So that way, when you have like a clear space, you can do a setup touch. You can hit a normal shot, and the setup touch will still increase your normal shot. So do bear that in mind. But just in case you're watching this video at this point, you probably reached and you probably want to know the history. Now, FIFA 19, how I know yellow time shots are worse. Before, when FIFA 19 came out, they showed explaining what in the settings it said what a yellow time shot was. It was an early shot, but a yellow time shot is still said it increases the accuracy and the shot power. In January, when they patched this, they removed this line of text, and what that meant is they didn't really tell us, but they basically indirectly made a yellow time shot worse than a grey shot, because it was so easy to hit a green shot or a yellow shot that they basically reduced the effectiveness of a yellow time shot. They've now carried that over to FIFA 20. That's why sometimes when you play a game and you hit a yellow time shot, you might think, hang on, I'm doing a low driven here and it's going completely off target. If I did the same low driven with a normal grey shot, it would have gone in. See, that's the point I'm trying to say, is they do things and they don't tell us about it, and it's up to us to figure out. But anyway, guys, that's the no loss period. As I said, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this really helped. I would say watch my video on a setup touch. It's on my channel. That would explain everything and how to use a setup touch. But the truth is, combining it together will be easy, and once you get the muscle memory intact, you'll be good to go, and it won't be an issue for you. And one other thing I would say to you is, don't forget as well, players, if you have a different player, for example like Neymar, or you have a player like, I don't know, Ronaldo, By using the foot method, you're always going to hit it at the exact same point. Some people try to say you should look at, for example, the hands, or you should look at the head. It's no point doing that, because player models change. The way the shot is taken never changes. The only thing that might be different is a finesse shot or a low driven, muscle memory wise, will be a different type. So for example, a low driven is a longer animation, so therefore the period at which you will hit the time shot subconsciously will be a bit later. But anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any other suggestions, any other comments, please let me know down below. Any other video requests. I'll have some more videos coming very soon on my channel, some more in-depth tutorials and in-depth guides. But for now, take it easy boys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.